So Mark, let's go back again to the fact that sometimes viruses are really nasty and sometimes they're not. Are there reasons why a virus would want to be less nasty to spread itself faster?
I think that it
Not
goes...
reasons exactly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what you said before. I think that viruses have acquired the strategies of replication in a host that maximize their ability to survive and transmit and propagate in the environment. So in some cases that may mean that viruses don't cause disease, and in some cases it means that they cause a really nasty disease like the one that Ebola causes in humans. I think another important point is that sometimes viruses have evolved to infect a host, and in those hosts they don't cause any disease. However, if those viruses infect a new kind of organism, they might cause...
It's too much.
Yeah, so for instance, West Nile virus is a good example. It does not cause disease in some birds. And so the normal life cycle of West Nile virus may be in birds where it doesn't cause a lot of disease, certain types of birds. Or influenza virus is another good example. So influenza virus normally, there's a lot of different influenza viruses that don't cause disease in the birds they infect, but if those viruses transmit to humans, they can cause severe disease in humans. Because humans are not really the main target of the virus, they're an incidental
So the virus
target.
and humans are not co-adapted with each other, they're just, it's a whole new field.
That's right.
Could be too mild or too virulent for maximum transmission.
Right.
So let's talk about the route of transmission.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard that if you have a cold, it doesn't do the virus any good to keep you in bed because it won't spread very well.
Right.
So keeping you up and around is okay. On the other hand, if something is spread by a mosquito, having you lie in a delirium is just fine, even better. Can you say a little bit about the mode of transmission and how virulent different viruses are?
Yeah, I think the examples you've given are really great examples of how different impacts on the infected host can relate to the transmission of those viruses.
I mean, apparently, another thing is some viruses in the infant nursery in the hospital are transmitted by doctors and nurses' hands. Babies don't have to get up and walk around.
Right.
But unfortunately, if you watch how natural selection shapes those viruses over the course of 6 months in an infant neonatal nursery, it tends to get worse and worse because the more copies of itself it makes and the more diarrhea, the more it spreads. So this is a real problem in hospitals where evolution is making things worse because of the mode of transmission.